here is potentially your second call out at this year's Mr. Olympia event, considering that Hattie Shupin, Derek Lunsford, Nick Walker, and Samson Dauda are more than likely going to be your first call out. And I flirted with the idea of Andrew Jack being in that first call out. I even put him in the comparison video. I guess that's probably a little unfair to a Brandon Curry, who could very well easily get into that first call out as well. But I think a lot of people, the majority of most people, can agree that these four gentlemen are going to be in your second call out. Now, of course, the guy that wins between these four dudes, he has a chance. He has a chance to defeat a Samson Dauda, Nick Walker, Derek Lunsford, Hattie Shupin, things of that nature, but it's going to be highly, highly unlikely. But anyway, let us begin this one, and I have to begin by saying this is a picture comparison, nowhere near what you're going to see on, live streams, things of that nature. You're not getting transitions. You're not getting the full effect of conditioning. But anyway, you can tell some things, and we like to do these for fun. And condition, you can see certain aspects of that through pictures, muscle separation, things of that nature. Andrew Jack is unbelievable from the front. He is a standout for sure. Brandon Curry, he's got probably the best arms here. Look at that. Holding his own, more than holding his own against Michal Krizo, who probably does have the best set of arms. I mean, he's a big dude, all the way big dude. Wow, 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 wow. I'm not going to say he lacks width, because you guys get a little bit upset, but compared to your Andrew Jacks, he does, he doesn't have that big booming upper body, lats, things of that nature. I would give it to Andrew Jack based on the midsection, the lats, like I said, and, overall wow factor. Brandon Curry, he's giving Michal Krizo a run for his money, for sure. Hunter Labrada, he'd be losing the picture comparison, but make no mistake about it. The guy is conditioned, for sure, and you can tell that, when you watch video footage. Go to the next shot. Front lat spread. Is it any surprise that Andrew Jack is winning the first couple of shots? Heck, I think he was winning in the first call out in the first two shots. But if he's not in that group, you can kiss those victories goodbye, because they're not going to focus too much on that. They're going to put him in this group. And I'm not saying that that's going to be what is. Hey, Hunter Labrada could get in that first call out. You never know. You never know. Michal Krizo and Hunter, I put them off to the side because, it is a battle between Brandon Curry and Andrew Jack. In which case, I think it's there's quite a distance between the two in this shot. Considering how good Andrew Jack, I apologize, looks in the muscle separation, the conditioning, things of that nature, probably give the Michal Krizo versus Hunter Labrada, probably give it to Krizo due to the aesthetics of the shot, and there's definitely a victory for Brandon Curry over those two dudes, for sure. And that would reflect, go to the side, turn to the side, that would reflect video footage too, I can imagine. I mean, you watch Andrew Jack on the video footage and he looks unbelievable until he turns to these side shots, and you can definitely see there's not that impact of muscle separation. Sizing these four guys was a little bit tricky. It was. Brandon Curry, he's shorter, but he also bends at the knees in certain shots, and he holds his legs straight in certain shots. He's massive. Brandon Curry is huge. All size aside, I'd probably give him this one. He has some hard, grainy nature in the side leg. He doesn't have that separation Hunter Labrada has, though. I'm telling you right now. And you Michal Krizonites, you guys get so upset at me when I suggest that the judges would probably give this one to Hunter Labrada over Krizo due to the muscle separation and conditioning. I mean, when they're moving around up there, you can see the skin, or you can't see the skin, it's see-through. And for Michal Krizo, he's maybe a little bit tighter in the condition aspect in the lower half than Andrew Jack, but no more in the upper body. Andrew Jack, great big man's chest, but look at the arm. Look at that great big arm, mate. I know you people out there, you like when I do the Lee Priest accent. Sometimes yous do, sometimes yous don't. Honestly, guys, I mean, a judge would probably tell you it's going to be a battle between Hunter and Brandon Curry. But this is a picture comparison. Go to the side tricep. When a guy's winning all the shots in a pitcher comparison, that just means that it is physically possible for him to defeat the other guys. Is it gonna happen? Who knows? I mean, this one here, in my opinion, once again, condition wise, Hunter Labrada, Brandon Curry are standouts. They're standouts. So it's not gonna really matter how big this Michal Krizo is, and he's monstrous. Look at the size of them, and hopefully Andrew Jacked, he did get the memo to pose from the side. It's a side shot. You want to see the side. Makes things fair. I mean, if you look good from the front, you're going to twist your leg around for when you do a rear double by. Could you imagine a contortionist feathering in them quads in the hamstring region? Anyone? Well, come on. Hunter Labrada, he gets the side tricep with, I don't know. I'd probably be inclined to giving the side tricep to Michal Krizo over Brandon Curry due to the arm development, thin skin, things of that nature make a difference. Go to the back. Turn to the back shot. I was surprised, to be honest with you. Pie pants. I was going to say Diane, but switch it up. Pie pants. Pie pants. I was surprised. Takes me a little bit, a little while sometimes, that Michal Krizo is faring quite well. I don't think he's taking Hunter due to the lower half, due to the actual width of Hunter, his condition. But Krizo probably doing enough into the conditioning department to defeat Brandon Curry. A bigger guy, maybe a slightly smaller back, so mathematically, if you want to think of it that way, Curry is defeating Michal Krizo. But Curry, last year at the Olympia, very underwhelming in the back department. I apologize. I get a little bit upset because his back was getting better and better. It seemed that way, conditioning, things of that nature, but his front was massive. He was ginormous from the side. But when he turned around, it was a little underwhelming, I have to say. So it would be a toss-up between him and Krizo. You're probably going to go with Curry. But I don't know. I think Krizo's not bad at all. And here's where Andrew Jacked. He may lose against a guy like Hunter Labrada in a lineup. See, things change in a lineup. It's not just slapstick one-on-one. Who wins the most poses? A guy like Hunter Labrada placing first in a lineup here, and Jacked getting last. Could hurt him. Of course, when you think of the other shots there, the front lat spread could have been the same situation. Maybe not. Go to the back double. And Andrew Jacked, much better in the rear double, I think, than in the rear lat. I mean, he needs to work on that rear lat. He does have some lats, as you can see in this shot here. Nice, clean, neat lat insertions. Fantastic, in fact. Hunter Labrada, again, conditioning. It seems like a battle between him and Krizo. Very upset at the back performance of Brandon Curry. Looks like I missized this one a little bit. Curry looks like he's as tall as Andrew Jacked here, but look, you put the line there, and I would suggest the angle of the camera was way too low at the Texas Pro, so it does distort things, guys. He's already long-legged. But anyway, Hunter Labrada, he is rocking these two back shots, guys. He is a force to be reckoned with. Michal Krizo, not bad at all. Again, it's about the same size of a back. Arms, too, for goodness sakes, as Curry. Curry's fantastic in this shot. And he's a smaller guy, so some of you are going to go with Curry. Some of you guys are going to say, well, Michal Krizo's more conditioned. Hard to say. You guys know what Krizo does, especially in these back shots. He just starts vibrating. And it kind of ruins the aesthetics. Especially next to a guy like Andrew Jacked. He's as cool as a cucumber. He's just fluid. I don't even think he even breathes, for goodness sakes. And also, in this shot, he looks like he's faring very well against Brandon Curry and Michael Krizo. So they better watch their little stride derrieres against Andrew Jacked, because this one here is improving. Go to the abs and thigh. Andrew Jacked. Scooch him over to the center once again. And if he can do what Hunter Labrada was doing to him, scooch Hunter out to the outside, well, he can get a victory. But Hunter, he looks pretty good. Separated, things of that nature. Now, one other thing I have to mention, say between Hunter Labrada and Brandon Curry, the lighting, the lighting sucked at the Olympia. But that's kind of making excuses. Is it sacrilege to give Hunter Labrada the abs and thigh over a beauty like Brandon Curry? Well, it looks like he is. Brandon Curry, a little underwhelming in the leg department. His upper body was really massive at the Olympia, but I don't find that his lower half was any bigger. It's probably the same size, and with a bigger upper body makes the wheels look a little underwhelming. Andrew Jacked over there, he looks hard and grainy, but you guys remember, he's going to be just shaking. Andrew Jacked, beautiful stuff here. And Hunter Labrada, that quad, he's got the biggest wheels of this whole group. I mean, this guy is impressive. He has a lot of haters, but, you got to give him the respect that he deserves. Here's the most muscular. Most certainly a tough decision between these four Gentile men. Brandon Curry, he is so exploding with size here. Shorter, he's bending at the knees too. He's probably closer to being the same height of Hunter Labrada, maybe an inch difference, but he's bending at the knees, like I said, substantial ease. Speaking of wheels, Hunter Labrada, again, he shows me the best separation, size, balance here. Terms of that, but the upper body, probably go with Curry. He's exploded in size. Hard and grainy for Hunter. Michael Krizo, pretty hard and grainy too. The arms, he is all man in that department. He's the man of this grouping. And Andrew Jacked, he looks good in a lot of shots, but Ken Waller said there, you hit one shot the wrong way. Yeah. You guys know what he said. I don't want to say it. It's disrespectful to Andrew Jacked. Yeah. Somebody will comment. But yeah, Hunter Labrada, guys, he could be the overall winner in this one. He actually surprised me the most. How good he did. How he fared very well in all of the shots. And when you're doing a lineup, I think it's less to do with who really explodes in one certain shot. I think it has to do with more with who's doing very well in all of them. Like the world's strongest men guys. Sometimes they don't even win a single event. They just do good in all of the events. But anyway, yeah, I've been watching world's strongest men competitions. Problem here? Anyway, when I add it up, these are the results. I have Hunter Labrada winning this one. It is second place for Michael Krizo. And tied for third, is Brandon Curry and Andrew Jacked. That is what you get when you mathematically add up the picture comparisons. Michael Krizo, the shots that he was winning, still probably losing in conditioning. So right there, a guy like Brandon Curry and Hunter Labrada are going to get more points for condition, your overall condition, things of that nature. Guy like Andrew Jacked, he is going to fare very well in terms of aesthetics, and the key component here, the posing, is where Michael Krizo, yes, on pictures, on the poses, he does place, like I said, second, but that's not the case. You have to take all those things into consideration. If Andrew Jacked was peeled, shredded, he'd win this one. He'd win this one with ease, I think, conditioning. And if Michael Krizo could pose well, he'd probably win too. But Hunter Labrada, he checks all those boxes. Your conditioning, he's an excellent poser, things of that nature. Brandon Curry also does check those boxes, except Hunter, he might have his number this year. Hard to say, hard to say. You never know, guys. Hey, I could very well go out on a limb in my predictions, my Olympia predictions, and I could vote for one of these guys to win the Olympia. It is so exciting when the second call-out grouping could win the actual Olympia. It's a far reach, but you never know. You never know. It could happen to you at this show. Hit thumbs up on the video, guys. Like I said, like I began this one off with, picture comparisons. Just my opinion. We are fans. I'm not a bodybuilder. Hey, these bodybuilders, some of them don't even know the history of the sport. So, some of the fans know a little bit more in terms of that situation. How do we get jacked? Well, we don't know that. We don't know that. But anyway, we can tell you who the most jacked one is. Andrew jacked. He's jacked. Have a great one, guys.